Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome back to Wario Land 2, part 20 already. Yeah, I wasn't planning on making a 20-part project out of this, but when I got started with this project, I was under the assumption I was able to do 3 stages per video every single time. I found out some stages are a little bit too long for that, so this project is taking a little bit longer than I initially thought, but eventually it will get finished, don't worry. And we're getting closer to that finish, because we are at the final chapter, Story 2. Hold on to the owl. Yeah, whoever told you we were done with the owl? Even this chapter has one, as you can see. However, it is blocked off. Some silly switch blocks actually have him imprisoned right now. So, we need to find a remedy for that. You guessed it, we need a switch. As you can see, there's a lot of coins on the spiky corridors here. Something Wario is not able to do anything about. We need our feathery friend for that. So let's quickly do this room first. Oh, should have known. Okay, this one can be tricky. Need to jump walls up. And there we go. Switch. And we all know what this switch will do. I don't even have to explain. I already did that beforehand. Ah, here we are. Let's wake you up. By pounding the ground, and let's fly through this room. The switch also opens up this little area over here, so we can also grab these coins. These ones we can technically also grab on foot, but why would you do that? Flying is way too fun in this game. Even the coins on the ground we're still grabbing while flying. Okay, let's move up one floor. Last episode I finally reached the 7,000 coins definitively, but of course I can still always fall down that again, so let's make sure we actually stay above that forever. 8,000 coins is not going to happen because of being in the final chapter already. I can safely say that is not going to happen. Okay, we have enough for one try on normal mode. I can do hard mode if I fail, but hopefully that won't happen. Yeah, bottom left. There you are. Okay, I don't have to come back to this treasure room later. That's always the downside of the treasure rooms being really early on in stages. You do have the treasure quite quickly, that's the plus side, but the downside is having enough coins by that point can be troublesome sometimes. But luckily these first 2 rooms do give you more than enough for at least one try on the normal mode. In worst case scenario, you can also just restart the stage, of course. Because of it being so early on, it's not that big of a deal to just say, okay, let's quit and try this stage over again from the beginning. You don't lose too much progress if you do, so that's also always an option. Okay, let's cross this final corridor to the end of the room. As you can see by the floor, something Wario alone can easily do, but why would you do that? Flying's way too fun, like I already explained. Time for the next flying challenge. This one is more vertical based, as you can see. But still comes down to the same thing. Spikes trying to hinder us and some pirate enemies trying to hinder us as well. Because of the way these guys are shaped, like a skull, it is pretty obvious they're supposed to represent pirates. So these guys are definitely part of the Syrup's gang. The Black Sugar Gang, as the Pirates Gang is officially called. But anyway, Syrup is in here somewhere, so we're chasing her. Oh. Oh, oops. I wanted to say I didn't fall, but I still did. But there were some coins there, so falling was not that big of a deal. There was some reward out of it. Okay, let's jump over you like this. Okay, this room. Yeah, I remember this room. It's the final room, as you can see, by the fact that the exit is there. Okay, let's find ourselves an owl. We can find him over here. Let's do the rest of this room while flying. Sad moment. It's going to be the final time we see the owl, actually. In the regular stages. Even to that fun mechanic, eventually it will end. Okay, there's a switch here, but we need some enemies. Or one enemy, I mean. One is enough to break open these blocks. So, get over here. There we go. Bam. And let's see what that did. There were some blocks in this room. These guys over here. They are now switched around, so we can actually access this part down here. These coins we can actually only reach with an owl, so get back to that in a minute. First let's do this room over here. Here we find another switch, so we can actually get the owl to that previous area. Okay, no breakable walls here. Nope, apparently not. And with the final coins gotten, let's move back in this room. Okay, going up here will actually bring us back to the place where the owl is. So we want to go right first. Breakable wall. Apparently yes. Oh, silver coin. Come on. Oh, come on. Ah, too late. Okay. At least we're not too late for the owl, because he doesn't despawn. Don't you love these super dark corridors where you can't see a damn thing? Even though there are still walls. And of course also a ceiling. Even though that is pretty high up apparently. This goes on for a pretty long time. But these spikes are obviously the ceiling. Oh, and fun fact, you can actually reach the exit through here. Because this wall's breakable. But let's show off the regular way too. Normally you would actually come from over here. The moment you actually have reached those blocks that we needed to switch around. It's actually at this point, as you can see. This is where the blocks were. So if you still have the owl with you, you can actually go up there to the top left for some extra coins. If you don't, just move your ass over to the exit. Okay, 7,400 coins. Should be enough in order to stay above 7,000, no matter what, even if all panels open up here. Okay, 2. Game, why don't you always make it this easy? That would be really nice of you. And there are some chances for you, because there's only 3 more to do. Reaching the end of this game. Okay, speaking of those 3 stages, let's do the first one. Story number 3. The way to the open door. That sounds like a game quiz. Okay, the concept of this stage is pretty fun, and get used to it, because we're going to see it again in Wario Land 4. But as you can see, we have 1 open door and a couple of doors that are closed. If you go in that only open door, you will find it is where the exit is immediately. However, of course, just like the previous time we quickly saw the exit of the stage, it's once again not going to be easy to get there, because yeah, we obviously need these blocks to get 1 level higher. We can't enter the door like this. We need to be able to stand on the level of the door. So we need to find the switch. But the moment we actually exit this room, we will find out the doors have changed around. Door 5 is closed and number 4 is now open. Yeah, you guessed it, it's maze time. And it's also time to throw more beer around. These guys are once again back. Even here in the Haunted Mansion. Okay, down here we actually find more blocks that need to shift around before we can actually work with them. The coins down below are inaccessible unless these blocks are 1 level higher. So even this room has to wait until a switch is pressed. Dead end apparently in this room. Let's move out again and find out that once again things will change up the moment we exit it. Room number 5 is open again, but only this time room 1 is also open. We also found out room 5 is dead end for now, so let's go in room number 1. Okay, and getting hit by this zombie is not per se bad, because watch this. Zombie Wario, indestructible. Wario starts talking like Dracula all of a sudden, even though Dracula's not a zombie, but a vampire, not the same. I'm getting Elder Scrolls flashbacks all of a sudden with the vampires and the werewolves. Why aren't there werewolves in Wario Land games? It's a transformation, a new Wario Land, if one ever comes again, could actually introduce Werewolf Wario. Because Vampire Wario actually is a thing in a later Wario Land game, so that one does not have to be introduced. We will see Wario get turned into a Dracula later on. Okay, let's move out again. Door number 3. We have not seen that one yet. Okay, let's not get electrocuted. You actually find there's an open door in this area. You wouldn't expect it if it's so out in the open like this, but this is actually the treasure room. You would expect these to be hidden a little bit better. So if they're so out in the open, not even trying to hide them, you wouldn't expect to find this in them. But anyway, let's find ourselves a hammer guy. And it's the very first picture. Okay, this looks like a goblet. Okay, once this adventure is over, Wario actually needs something to drink all this beer these pirates have been throwing at him from. But anyway, once again we have another block that needs to be shifted before we can actually work with. So even here in room number 3 we find some stuff we need to come back to. If only one of these rooms actually gave us a switch finally, so we can finally work on all these things we are forced to skip. But okay, with everything else taken care of, for now this is dead end. And exiting room number 3 opens up door number 2. The only one we have not seen yet. So this one should finally show us the location of the switch. Okay, let's make our way across this corridor without getting hit for once. And hallelujah! Before we move out again, let's check out the rest of this room. Because obviously there's more. Come on, I'm getting hit by way too many of these guys. Okay, one more corridor up here. Oh, I need to approach that from the other side. Okay, once again, a corridor with a lot of beaks. There we go. Room number 2, taken care of. The only room we actually don't have to get back to, because there weren't any blocks hidden here. And apparently we're doing room number 4 first. Thank you. This one was easy. Okay, all of these other rooms only have small rewards for us, so I don't think I'm going to bother. We have seen where they are and how to get them, so in order to save up some time, in order to be able to do a third stage this video again, let's move out immediately. We've seen all these areas I've skipped, so if you want to grab the coins there, you know how to do it. It's as simple as pressing that switch. Okay, before we reach 14 minutes, let's start another stage. The second to last stage of this game. I can still do that today. 1 or 7? 1, okay. No, not 7. 1. Okay, let's rush our way to stage number 4 of the final chapter of this game. Story number 4 is coming back is difficult. That reminds me of the factory chapter we did in the previous episode. Where a lot of these bonus rooms actually had a pretty easy reward to get, but getting out of the room was actually the challenge. Are we going to find a similar concept here? The title of the level does suggest that. Okay, we're finding semi-solid platforms. And of course, more of these switch blocks. So once again, we're on the lookout for a switch. In order to switch around the blocks. Like these ones. What do we have in here? Okay, door we cannot reach. It's pretty obvious what is in that door, by the way. don't have to give that away, but for that we first need to have that switch pressed. Okay, there's more stuff at the top of the room, but we can't really reach that right now, so... Still on the lookout for that switch. Okay, also can't jump that. Okay, we're forced to go down here. Take note on how the light is on here. So you should know what time it is. Make sure you memorize where the platforms are. Because you guessed it, you know what's going to happen here. Once we press this switch, the room is going to be dark. So we need to know how to get out again. Like the title said, getting back is difficult. So make sure you remember where the platforms are. But luckily it wasn't just the light switch, it also switched the platforms around. So we can actually work with that now. In every single room we have passed so far. And in this situation it actually drops a couple of enemies. So the difficult part here is the fact that we have more obstacles to work with. And this door, which is not the treasure room. Okay, I thought it was. Okay, in that case, let's go check out what is this room. Probably just for coins then. Okay, it's been a while, but apparently we're dealing with another stage where I don't immediately remember where the treasure room is. I thought this was the treasure room. Okay, hopefully we'll find it then, because I have no idea where it is. Let's go check out every single nook and cranny of this stage then. Before paranoia kicks in too much. Oh, come on. Come on. I need that guy. I know the other side also has some enemy blocks. It's not the treasure room, but still, I do remember some things about this room. There we are. Lot of coins. Even though we don't have a treasure room yet, we do have enough coins in order to pay for it the moment we actually find it. Should be down here somewhere then. Don't know why I misremembered, but apparently I just do. Let's go up here first. Here's another door, so that might be it. It's also a door that becomes accessible after the switch is pressed, so... Yeah, this is the one. I did remember it was this kind of platform, just not which one it was. That I misremembered. But the way the treasure room worked with the platform, that I did remember. I just misremembered which platform it specifically was. Duck over there. Okay, I guessed correctly. I was looking at the left a little bit more once again, but I did see a lot of black on the right, so I knew it had to be one of those guys. Oh god, it's the beer bottle from the pirates. Help. Okay. Let's stop laughing and let's get serious again. We still have a stage to finish. Okay, these platforms are switched now, so... but there's nothing new there, we've already been there. Okay, back here. Now we can finally climb this part of the room. There we go. Okay, everything taken care of. Of course, also the platform with the exit of the stage now switched. That would be very mean if that one would have been still in place. But it isn't. We reached the end of another stage. And with that we can finally say we only have one more stage to do. We're not going to do that today, because I see time's almost up, and there's of course going to be something extra attached to beating all of the stages, so I will swift off that to the next episode. But this minigame we can still do, of course. A 9 or a 3. And we now know it is a 9. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. One more stage to do. And therefore I can also say one more episode to do. Next time is going to be the finale of Wario Land 2. How will this game conclude? You will see next time. Treecks out.